In today's episode of the Pathfinder Presents podcast, I got an interesting guest here with me today, and with Yasmine the Aranda. And she's heading over from the folks over at Embodied Labs, where you can see the world through the eyes of the people you care for. So basically, let's figure out together what Embodied Labs is all about and how Yasmine is thinking about growth for the company. So welcome to the show.
Thank you, Lucas. Nice to meet you.
Of course, yeah. So maybe give people like a quick overview. How would you describe Embodied Labs to people that haven't heard about it yet? What are you guys all about?
Sure. So Embodied Labs is a VR and immersive training and learning solutions, specifically for caregivers, healthcare professionals, and family and friends caregivers. It provides the opportunity to help people step into the shoes of the people that they care for so that they could better care for them, better understand where they're coming from, how they're living with a health disease or a condition, and be able to support better health outcomes and better person-centered care.
That makes a whole lot of sense. Now, describe maybe a little bit the organizations that get the product on board. Like, is there a certain, amount of, patients that should be used? When does it start to make sense to bring in the solution?
So we've seen a lot of success with academic customers, their innovation teams, so health academic customers who are really looking to ramp up their training and learning. It's much more powerful than simulations. So it's out of the textbook into like lived knowledge experience. So this is what the value that we would provide for academia. Senior living services would also highly benefit and have been great advocates of the product because again it's about training the frontline staff. It's about also training non-clinical staff to better care for the people that that are spending the rest of their lives with in their hands. With health facilities and health services, same thing. It's about better preparing nurses, health care professionals. There is a receding healthcare professional problem currently, across the world. The population is aging. How can we better serve them? How can we better be in service to them? So those, anybody within the healthcare ecosystem dealing with patients who are suffering from Alzheimer's or dementia or are at their end of life journey would benefit from Embodied Labs. We're also seeing a lot of governmental agencies, so local agencies within the aging departments, so human and health services are also, using and have been benefiting from Embodied Labs, training again their community workers, social workers, pharmacists. I'm trying to switch from French. Pharmacists are also being, using Embodied Labs. So there's so many opportunities, whether it's with direct care workers or with family and friends caregivers, to really support the individual as they're going through their health journey and obviously better, improve their health outcomes and their health experience.
Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. Now, how do the individual, maybe first, how would you describe the individuals that bring the solutions into the academic organizations? Like, would that be, is that, yeah, maybe what types of roles have the foresight to bring the product in?
So it's definitely more innovative thinkers. It's people with a progressive, mindset that empathy is really a key soft skill to bring into an enterprise, into an organization. So I would say, they're both technology friendly or savvy. They're, innovative. They want to have the latest state of the art, technology in the hands of the trainers. But they're also very progressive thinkers. They understand that they understand the benefit of value-based care. They understand that person-centered care is the way forward. This is how you can really improve people's health. So yes, I think that's the commonality, that innovative, progressive mindset.
Now, basically, if we talk about those individuals, how do they learn about Embodied Labs? Like, how would you describe their journey? What's the channels they walk through?
So the channels have been mainly inbound. A lot of it was from being at events, so technology event or aging tech event or any events, that was related either to health innovation or to the age continuum. that have been really core to the enterprise. Um, we've been seeing more and more like that an outreach strategy of knocking on people's door and saying, hey, we think that would be great. So people don't know what they don't know. So the ones that are really into innovative technology, VR, immersive simulations, all of that, we obviously pop up within their searches. The name is there. We've been on the market since 2016, so there's a lot of word of mouth that goes around. And then, obviously, for those who do not know that we exist, that first aha moment is just incredible. So whether we're meeting them at events or just knocking on their door, from a cold outreach campaign, it's just incredible. Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. Now, you mentioned the website. What role do you think the website plays for Embodied Labs at the moment?
I'm a big advocate of persuasive websites and that the website should be your number one salesperson. So one of the first things that I did when I joined the team a few months ago was revamp the whole website and, really let it live to people's expectation of a new technology. It's a hard field because a lot of our audience is non-tech savvy. So the ones that are, within the technology are incredible. Like they understand what it means. For others, it's still a mouthful for them. As soon as they see VR, there's like that, am I gonna, a bit like AI. It's just like it's overwhelming to start with. So decomposing it to take away the technology and to really make them understand what it does, and then the how was really one of the efforts that was done through the site. The site has been a primary lead generation, and that this is what has been converting people. We get X number of demos a week through the website, so we know that it's really a core component of the consideration process and the decision making process. And whether you send it out in an email or whether you get people back onto the website, it still has to tell the story in a clear way. And yeah, I would say like any business, it is part of the decision making process.
Makes sense.
Sure.
Is there something that you've learned over the years, when it comes to driving then conversions and results from the website that you think is important? Any tools, methods, approaches that you could share with marketers?
So I'll pull back from my agency background. So we used to develop website on HubSpot through the agency. I'm CXL certified, so Conversion Excel certified with Peplagia, which is one of like the aha moment of my life, reading the book on how do you turn your website into the best salesperson. I think it's essential to be able to have clear analytics at the back of that, to be able to know what you're measuring. So whether I've started recently to think through whether you call your request a demo page or a get in touch page or whatever, people who will want to learn about your product will click on the button. Like if they want to contact you, they will contact you. So the question is not about improving, that end, landing page. It's really about how do you walk with them with empathy, put yourself in their shoes and understand where they're at within their buying process and what are the missing components to get them to go over those objections and those hesitation points and be able to make sure that what is clear to them is how do you help them do their job? How do you get them to shine in their work? And all of these questions have to be done through customer surveys. There has to be a bit of data mining. There's a bit of analytics, and it's obviously like a mix between science and art. But I really feel like it's about, for me, the website is about qualifying the user and helping them self-qualify. Is this right for me? Is this not right for me? If it is to bring X number of leads and then convert them and then they end up churning, no, it's a wasted effort. So let me be clear from the get-go. Let me make sure that my service or my product is in service to those people. Are these the right fit for me? If not, I don't want to see them churn in a year. It's such a pain in the butt to be able to search for the right software to then implement and then to have to like get out of that software because you know what, it's not really the right fit and we need something else, it's just you lose all credibility. um so yeah, I'm a big proponent of, right customer, no churn
Yeah,
policy.
makes
Yeah.
a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to switch gears a little bit and talk with you
Sure.
about your journey as a marketer through some rapid fire questions. Are you ready for those?
Let's try. Let's
What
see.
the last,
Let's.
what is the last marketing podcast or book that you looked into?
I've been into the empathy, customer behavior path for a while. That's why I think, the Embodied Labs team is like, spot on to something. So this has been, slightly out of the growth marketing hacking mindset, more into, no, let me really, it takes me a huge amount of effort to be able to do something that is right and that converts. And all of that is actually because it takes me so much time and effort to put myself back in the shoes of the person that I am talking to. And thinking through their lens is I think is an exercise in itself. So reading books about that.
Cool. Um, what's one single thing that your company is focused on the most at the moment?
Um, Unlocking enterprise customers and yeah, enterprise customers. I think that's
If there would be no boundaries in tech and you have a magic wand, what's the one single thing that you would fix for your role as a marketer?
now where do I start? um, I think the website conversion aspect is so. I think this is where my interest in PathMonks is so great. Is it takes so much effort to be able to convert a customer and to understand their journey through the website. I think it tells such a powerful story. For me, the website is not only the best salesperson, but there is an operational efficiency that you can draw from the customer journey in that it feeds you information not only for you as a marketer, like marketing is kind of at the end of the game, but it feeds information for sales. So how can I now support? So marketing is really in service to sales and customer success. How can I serve my sales team better by letting them understand where is it that people, you know, where is it that people live online? Who are they? What are they interested in? What are their hesitation? Like I want to be able to subtract all of this information from the website, from understanding how people are navigating, what are they spending time on. um, and then it's back in service to customer success. It's like, how do we make sure that we're serving our customers to the best of our capability, and how can I take from the knowledge that customer success has and pour it back into the website so that it's not just testimonials, and it's not just video testimonials. It's really the words of the customers. It's really hitting on the points that us as a marketer, we're like one track minded, like, no, this is how it should be. It's about, listening back to that customer and changing the messaging so that it resonates better, it converts better. um, so yeah, I think that the website plays. Yeah, I'd love for it to just, do the work organically of, I tell you what I want, you just do the work, and that's about it. Yeah.
If you could snap your finger, right, and you get one of your sort of maybe repetitive task or tasks that you have to do again and again as a marketer done for you, what would that be?
Social media. This is my black sheep. I do not like social media. I think it takes away time from everything, from everyone. I think it's adding. I don't believe in wasting people's time online, and therefore it's a fighting game of I need to build a social presence, and I want to make sure that the social presence that I'm building brings value to the people who are following and that keep scrolling. Like, at least if I'm going to make you scroll, let me bring value to your day.
That makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Jasmine, last question. If today would be your first day starting your career as a marketer, what would be the one advice you would give yourself?
Make sure that the teams that you're working with understand that that locking people in roles, like marketing roles, um, is limiting their capacity to tap into a greater skill set, and making sure that leadership understand where marketing, that marketing is not just brand and communication and messaging, that it is like the support foundation of the full customer journey from acquisition through to retention. Yeah, I think that would be me.
Very cool.
30. Yeah.
And for the very last question, if people would be forgetting all that we discussed about Embodied Labs, what would be the one advice or the one thing that people should remember about Embodied Labs?
The power of empathy and how it can really be a powerful tool to change and transform the way that we care and act.
Thanks a lot for being a guest on Pathway Presents.
Thank you.